During a special online exchange held over the weekend, the already bustling atmosphere of the fan community suddenly fell when Heughan appeared with a completely different expression. Instead of his familiar bright smile, he entered the frame with an unusual calmness, his eyes deep and tired as if carrying a difficult-to-hide worry. No one knew what was happening. But just a few minutes later, the entire Outlander world fell silent. Sam took a deep breath before starting. "I know everyone has always followed and has a lot of love for us," he said, his voice dropping to a rare low tone. "So, I thought I needed to share this." Fans watching the live stream immediately stopped commenting, waiting. Sam bowed his head, his hand tightening on the cup he was holding as if to keep calm. "This is Caitríona's latest health report." One sentence. One shock. Comments flared, but Sam continued before anyone could make sense of it. "Kate doesn't want to worry anyone, but I think the fans have a right to know. She's been feeling unwell for the past few weeks. And yesterday, she got her results." He paused. "I'm allowed to speak for her today." Caitríona was nowhere to be seen, and that only added to the unease. Sam looked straight into the camera. "She's been working herself into overdrive for months. Filming, promoting, traveling, all of it has taken a toll on her health a lot quicker than we thought." His voice shook a little, something fans almost never see. "The doctor has advised her to take a complete break." A flood of comments came rushing in. "What's wrong with her? Is it dangerous?" "Sam, please elaborate." Sam bowed his head slightly, as if trying to choose his words carefully. "Kate isn't terminally ill," he said slowly, "but the stress, lack of sleep, and exhaustion have begun to seriously affect her immune system." He paused, his eyes slightly red. "She's fainted backstage several times, but she didn't want anyone to worry, so she continued working." The atmosphere became suffocatingly heavy. The whispers, the speculations, turned out not to be rumors. Sam put his hands on his knees, hunched over as if he were harboring something difficult to say. "I saw her so exhausted that she couldn't stand. I hated that feeling." His voice dropped. "I forced her to go to the doctor. And luckily it wasn't too late." He straightened his back, his face hardening as if he was trying to use reason to keep himself from collapsing. "But in order to recover, Kate needs to step away from all activities for the time being." A long pause. Then Sam continued. "She wants to apologize to everyone for not being able to participate in upcoming events. And if anyone asks why she disappeared for a while, here's why." It was the first time Sam had shared such a private matter publicly. That proved the seriousness of the matter. The next moment was what made fans even more emotional. Sam took a small piece of paper from his pocket, clearly Caitríona's handwriting. "She wanted me to read this for her." He opened the paper, his eyes softening. "Everyone, I'm sorry for not taking care of myself. I always try to be strong, but this time my body spoke up. I love you and I hope to be back soon, healthier, brighter, and happier." Sam paused. "Don't worry about me. Sam is taking care of me, and I couldn't ask for anyone better." Sam closed his eyes at that, as if that last sentence touched something he had kept hidden in his heart for years. The live stream ended in near silence. Sam thanked fans for their love for Caitríona and asked them to respect her time off. But before turning off the camera, Sam did something unexpected. He looked into the camera with a serious, sad look. "I will be there for her during this time," he said. "I will not let her face anything alone." Not a romantic declaration. Not a confirmation of a romance rumor. Just a sincere promise. "She is a part of my life," Sam whispered, "and I will protect her in every way." After that live stream, the media went into an uproar. Fans sent messages of support, videos of encouragement, handwritten letters, and even loving moments they had shared with Caitríona over the years. The news spread like wildfire. Sam Heughan reveals Caitríona Balfe's health condition. The actress has taken a break from all activities. Sam is committed to taking care of her during her recovery. And amidst all the noise, only one thing remained clear. In her weakest moment, Caitríona chose Sam to stand by her side. And Sam did what any true man would do. Not letting go. Not leaving. Just quietly staying by her side. Until she was completely well. And perhaps, in their hearts, something deeper than friendship was beginning to awaken. The afternoon breeze gently shook the leaves outside the window, filling the room with a calm, quiet hue. But inside, the air was filled with more than silence. It was anxiety, pent-up emotions, the worry that Sam Heughan had been trying to keep at bay for weeks. Caitríona lay back on the sofa, a thin blanket draped over her. Her face was as beautiful as ever, but there was a hint of fatigue that outsiders could hardly detect. Sam walked in with a small tray, a cup of warm tea, a few slices of lemon, and the bottle of medicine the doctor had just prescribed. "Have some more," Sam said, setting the tray down on the table. His voice was so soft that Caitríona looked up, smiling slightly. "I'm taking care of you, like a gentle mother." Sam winced slightly, but a smile appeared immediately after. "I'm just worried." "Kate, you've got the whole world worried." Caitríona sighed, but her eyes were no longer sad as before. "I know. And I know how much it hurt you to tell it in public." She tilted her head, her voice soft but sincere.
"Thank you, Sam."
"Thank you for doing what I didn't have the courage to do myself." Sam sat down next to her, his eyes shining with a rare tenderness. "I'm only telling the truth," he whispered. "And I'll always stand in the storm for you if you let me." The next few days passed slowly, like a silent song. The media was still in an uproar. The fan community kept sending messages and flowers to the apartment, but inside that private space, it was just Sam and Caitríona, one recovering, the other silently protecting. That morning, when Sam opened the window to let the breeze in, Caitríona sat up and looked outside. "I think I'm starting to feel better," she said. "Really?" Sam asked, his eyes lighting up like a child who had just received a gift. "Really?" Caitríona replied, tilting her head and smiling. "Thanks to my personal doctor." Sam chuckled softly, but then his expression darkened a little, as if he had something to say, but was still considering it. Finally, he asked, "Kate, why didn't you tell me earlier? Why did you have to suffer alone?" Caitríona was silent for a few seconds, then replied in a low voice. "Because I was afraid of worrying you. You already have too much pressure. I don't want to be a burden." Sam shook his head, his determination evident. "You have never been, and never will be, a burden to me." He sat closer, his eyes never leaving her pale but delicate face. "Kate, if you fall, I'll be the one to catch you. If you get weak, I'll be the one to stand by you. Not out of obligation, but because you're more important to me than you think." At that moment, her heart fluttered, a flutter she'd been holding back for years.